little bit. Now today, look at the picture. You're going to put this picture up here. How many of you ever felt like that? 1 minute you're like, next minute, oh, it's good. You see, the problem we have is very simple. Today, I'm going to call it the circus. What I see on social media, it's a circus. How many clowns you want to see today? Blah, 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 blah. Do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. Stop. Stop. Just stop. We have a problem. There's too many people act like they're experts, okay, about personal business credit. I'm going to call it hooey and blah, blah, blah. Why? I'm Ray Reynolds, the godfather of credit. I built $60 billion for my clients and myself over the last 49 years, and I'm the guy that helped set up the system in the first place. So let's go back to basics. Ken Yarborough, TRW Experian. Simple. The report's wrong. Thomas Raymond Woolridge, bicycle parts, information business. Fantastic. Became a Experian in 96. Now let's write some things down. You ready? Number one, this card. Write it down. I developed that whole thing. The goal with me as a consultant for him and TRW is very simple. This card. See, credit bureaus were started based on reporting of inquiry. So again, this card. Got it so far? Now, all cards fluctuate, but two. These cards in your personal wallet today, you need a sticky. We're going to dummy proof this, okay? Because why? We all do things, we act like dummies sometimes. Let's just be telling the truth. All cards what? Fluctuate. What's what that means? What does it mean? Simple. This is the $10,000 credit card. If I use more than $2,900, my score will drop into the yellow, then the red, and then it's on fire. If we don't learn the utilization, how to get there in the first place, it's all a blah, blah, blah. All right, and all the things you can do today, it's just a lot of, the circus out there is getting crazier by the day. So if we use utilization, number one, next thing, these don't fluctuate. So let's write it down. They don't what? They don't fluctuate. That's the key thing. They also have a paid overtime limit for $100,000, and they're limited to $1 million. So what happened with most of you that have bad credit today, you jacked it up and got stuck. Then you screwed it up even more. So I'm going to give you the real rules and tools. And if you get stuck in anything with me, all you have to do is go back again and again. I've been in front of people or online for 49 years, twice a day, 6 days a week. Saturdays, 5 classes. So guess what? I always feel responsible if you buy anything from me in the past or the present. In future, I want to hold your hand. See, I don't want you getting stuck. We're going to go to the board. We're going to give you an example of what's called a blueprint. Is that okay? Example. Let's go to the board. I need you to write down SS5. That's what I need you to write down. Okay? Now, here's our problem right now. You're listening to me, but you're not writing things down. If you don't write it down, you're going to get stuck. You're going to have to hear it a dozen times. If you write things down the way God made it, eyes, ears, and body, we pay attention, we can follow through. So I said write down SS5. Got it so far? Now, I'm going to want you to do me a favor today. I'm going to want you to help me. I found my calling again. In other words, for 14 years, I've been trying to find an audience again and again. When I came back out there after the coma in 2011, all right, TikTok's given me that ability to do that, feel like I'm connected to people. It's kind of fun. I want to be one of the top people in TikTok in 2026. So guess what? I'm going to tell you exactly what needs to be done. I asked you to write down SS5. Did you do it? Now write down this equals SSN equals, okay? Now, the next thing we have to think about from here, because you did this yourself when you were 14 to 16, or mommy did. That equals a 1040 tax return, okay? That's your tax return. We are tracked by our government. I'm not here to be CPA attorney at all. That's not my job. My job is to show you public record. So when we were born, okay, if it's 71 on, Nixon took the gold standard out August of 71. That means every woman at the hospital who delivers a baby must do an SS5 for the SSN and 1040 tax return, even when the baby just born, okay? Now, if we were 14 to 16, we were told to do this as well. This is how we're tracked, all right? Let's understand something. Now, there's a lot of silly things out there, like called the circus out there. It's very amazing how many people go blah, blah, blah. One says, don't buy a house. One says, buy a house. One says, buy a franchise. That's that. Stop. Without foundation, you'll never get there. Foundation builds finance that builds the dream. The favor I have for you today is I need 146 more followers. That's right, 146 more. That'll get me to 50, all right, that'll give me 6,000. That's what it'll be. So I'm trying to hit 6,000 a day. I was trying for 10, but at least we'll have 6. So if you help me and follow me today, DM me, click the link in my bio and find the link tree. It's simple. You can help me, I can help you. What a concept. Now we're going to go over here, and I need you to understand something. I need you to focus on income. I don't really care what they say out there. I want you to tell you the truth. 97% of people fail in the first 3 to 5 years. Okay? When they say go buy this big apartment complex, you don't have the money anyway. Who are they talking to? They're talking to the people who can afford it at the top. Well, guess what? We got 97% that here want to get there anyway. The goal is learning how to play. Now you're going to write down income. 6420, write it down now. Okay? Or I want you to write down $10,000. I want you to figure out your income, what it needs to be. Let's understand something. It's very simple. I'm going to guarantee if you do what I tell you to do, you'll get to millionaire status in 2026. I'll guarantee it in writing. I carry a $5 million bond anyway. So guess what? All you have to do is follow through. What is your income? Now we have to realize I'm going to focus on income number one because we have to pay our bills. See, I'm a husband, I'm a father, and I'm a man. My job is to do what I have to do for my family. It's very simple, okay? So our responsibility as a parent, maybe husband or wife, is to take care of each other. Now let's go over here again. We're going to write down the word you. All right, here's you right here. Circle the you. Maybe you have another you, which is husband and wife situation. Circle it again, put a number 1 here. Now we're going to circle this for a reason. We have to figure out how we do things. And what you do, I'm sorry to say, I think are wrong. I think I'm right and you're wrong. How's that? But again, you get to listen to me as well as we play this game to win. What is our ultimate goal? Number 1, income. Now, the next thing is when you do things, God made us one. Okay, that's great. All right, now you pay more tax. Congratulations. Next, we have to realize we can have 3 divisions of ourselves. We could have 3 divisions of ourselves if it's done correctly. Okay, but again, we're going to write this down. You're going to follow what I write here because I want you to have a fighting chance. Now, what do we get to do? This is called a line of defense. A line of defense, okay? We're also going to talk about your house today, okay? And then we're going to talk about your car, okay? And the things you do for yourself today. Now, when you buy a house, husbands and wives, you don't buy it jointly ever. That's called silly and dumb. And we're not dumb. If you lost the house, they could report it as the creditor to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now you have a double problem. See, we're one as God's eyes, that's fine, but the separate has to be separate. Everything you do from now on is separate, period. When you bought the house, it should have been escrow closed, homestead trust. But you didn't do that. First half, you don't know what a homestead is or what irrevocable trust to do anyway. You hear about it, that's about it. So we got to figure out, okay, the house. Now understand something. On a house payment, this is the argument, okay, with the circuits out there. You don't want to buy a house. It's a bad investment. Number 1, okay, the house payment is equal to the rent payment, lease payment. What do? A house here for 24 years is all interest anyway, okay? Then you got some ding-dong, all right, one of the puppets out there, and they're what I call a clown, saying, guess what? Okay, all right, you got to pay the maintenance. Every house you purchase, they guarantee, they mandate you get insurance. You got 2 types of insurance when you close escrow anyway. So that's a bunch of hooey. The last 6 years, you can pay off your house if you wanted to, but no, we don't do that. Now, house has a deed of trust, assignment of rents, and what do? We get to play the game and win, hopefully in a trust, in a homestead. Now, if my tax check here, my paycheck, let's look at my paycheck, because most 97% of the people that mess up, they get in a paycheck, and they want the American dream. Your paycheck is taxed the day you get your check. Your check was taxed, right now taxed, okay? You got the leftover. You were upset the first time you got a paycheck. You probably went to personnel. Where's my money? I barely work, but I want my money. What did you do? They told you flat out the IRS gets your cut, okay? You get the leftover. So it works. And everything you touch is, again, is tax, and probate when you're gone. So what are we supposed to do? Now, how do I get any money back or a tax credit from my house payment? That's going to give me the right credit. This house payment is going to help me get something back on my paycheck. It also has basically property tax, get something back. So I'm not saying it's the greatest investment, but again, it's the best investment to get money back off of a paycheck for the 97% of consumers that actually fail starting a business. So again, what do? Number one, it's husband or wife, or it's in a what? Trust. It's what it should be in the first place. And you have to learn how to play the game to win. Unfortunately, you kind of did things wrong. Now we're going to draw this line here, okay? Over here, we're going to go LLC, okay? We're going to go LLP, okay? We're going to go C Corp, S Corp, okay? One of these days, this board won't bounce so much. Sorry for that writing here. It bounces so much, it's nuts. So what do? So we have a C Corp. We have an S Corp. No problem, okay? So let's put S here again, okay? Let's put nonprofit, and let's put a PC, okay? There are 6 categories of corporation. Now let's just draw lines here. So write this out because you need to know every bit of this. Now you get some ding dong out there going, oh, you can get an LLC and a tax ID, and this bank's going to give you money. This creditor is going to give you money. Sorry, I'll call that circus a bunch of clowns. The moment you fill out a credit application, and yes, you can get credit under a tax ID, 11 accounts, period. But when you fill out that application and you say your company made money or you got a paycheck, even though you have to give no documentation, you lied. You just did credit fraud, okay? If you want to go to jail, listen to those ding-dongs, okay? Simple. So again, what do? Let's go do this right. Draw a box like this, please, okay? Again, I want you to have 9 divisions. So I want you to figure this out and listen very carefully. We're going to create a blueprint. This will be an example blueprint that we've designed literally for the last 49 years. I own the rights of the blueprint of success, okay? I own the rights of Blueprint Millionaire. I got to tell somebody to take it off their T-shirt before I sue them, okay, for $100 million. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So again, we have 9 entities. Now let's go back in time. We're going to write down the word bank here, bank, okay? It's for banks. They're bankrupting 22,000 locations right now. Banks have branch numbers, okay? This is what happened in the 80s, and this is before 80, or 84, 85, 86. So they have a line of defense. Banks use corporation owning corporations, okay? Corporation owning corporations. So what do? If we're going to learn to do tax balancing, okay? And that's what I want you to understand something. You have a choice here. The choice is, this is the IRS, okay? You get a bunch of what I call the circus out there. You don't have to pay tax. I don't pay tax. I'm a loser. I don't know what they want to say. Just a bunch of crap. The IRS is in control, period. They're in control. The reason we have tax codes. I'm not here to be safe an attorney. So if we want to pay as much tax as we have to, it's called tax balancing. So again, what do the banks do? Banks bankrupt locations. They're called branch numbers because a corporation owning a corporation. So they file bankruptcy, keep the assets, and do tax balancing, okay? And that's what you see every day. They do tax balancing. So if we pick any of these categories here, what you have today is fine. You're going to put an M in the box. That's for management, okay? I'm going to teach you a foolproof way to get to millionaire status. But the reality is going to be if you listen. And why should I be the one? Why not? I trained Ken Yarborough. He was TOW and Aspirian for their security chief. I'm the one who created the 11 what? Cards you need. The 7 cards you need that have $10,000 limits. The 29% rule. And the oldest card too. So if we play this game, we get to win. You get to listen very carefully as we do this. The next slide they're going to show you is your future, okay? Because here's your problem. You keep having the same rerun every day. You did the same thing yesterday, and the day before, and the day before that, and you do nothing different. It is boring as can be. Your routine is driving you insane. It's just nuts, okay? You're going to have a New Year's resolution my way. You're going to basically understand something. This is going to be your 2026. You're going to become a corporate millionaire, and that's what you're going to do because I'm going to make sure I do 90% of the work anyway. You'll do 10, I do 90. If you do what you're told, to be great, because the goal is very simple today. All right, you want money. You want this. But this hasn't been money since Nixon took the gold standard out in August in 71. It's a Federal Reserve note. It's a legal tender. So we have to understand what we're trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish. Pretty important. I hope you took that picture there that was up on the screen a second ago. There's your future, okay? I watched this debate, basically, one guy, doing a video and talking about this person, this person, this person's great, okay? See, real estate's a great thing to do, flat out, okay? A franchise can be a great thing to do, too. A single property for you, or to be an investment, I'll say no. But you're going to do it anyway. What do you know? See, what happens on a piece of property when you lease the property out, so let's say here we have houses, okay? If you put 3 houses in an LLC, one screws up, they get you. You're gone, okay? So we have to realize a corporation or LLC on Secretary of State's website is a duck and a sheep. They sue that, they sue you, okay? If we take each property and we put it in a division process, please write that down. It's called division process. Now, I invented or created, however you want to call it, in 1985. So we're going to have some fun. The division process has been in my books for 40 plus years. I had a slowdown because I was in a coma. 2009, I passed and had to come back. From there, the reality is we had a pandemic. So guess what? If we take this here property, a property, and we put it in a division, write down division of corporation, please. Now watch what happens. This is the old way, 1984, and banks still do it that way, okay? What they're teaching you out online in what I call the circus is they're teaching you things that are 5 or 10 years old. They're out of date. It's ridiculous. In 1995, I created division process. Now, I understand what that really means. Every division has a sparing, transient, and Equifax. Every division allows you to separate liability, okay? So I'm not giving you hype or giving you this little blah, blah, blah crap. I'm the guy that created it because I helped set up the system behind the scenes anyway. It's simple. So you get basically one of the original, all right, coaches on planet Earth. This is the line of defense. All right, so again, as we play this game, we're building a line of defense. What did you need here? A line of defense. A line of defense. We all have an old blankety day, month, or year. Your problem is you allowed it to bring your pain home. You allowed it to hurt your family because you don't know what you're doing. I'm sorry to say, but it's true. So on the screen, they're going to show you got fighting through the pain and partnering with me if you want to partner with me. Now, I'd like you to write down credit, loan, and money, okay? See, there's 3 categories. Credit, we need it. We need a credit score. You have no money, what did you do, okay? Credit, loan, and money. Credit, loan, and money. No money, guess what happens? Oh, blankety blank. If we don't focus on what we're allowed to do correctly, you're going to keep bringing the pain home your whole life. You're playing the up and down show, okay? So again, I want you to write some things down today. Please understand what I wanted to do with you. This is a live event. All my events are live 6 days a week. You're stuck with me twice a day. Isn't that fun? I'm usually here at 3 and probably 3:10. Today was 3:04. I started to broadcast. I found that my basically calling right now is going to be TikTok. It gives me my following, and it gives me this crowd I get to play with because I'm bored. I'm just totally bored. So I can help build everybody, and that's half my fun. Fighting through the pain and partnering with me is a way to do all of it, but if you want to. If you're going to roll the dice, never roll it as you, because every time you do, you bring the pain home. I call that dumb, sorry to say, but it's true. What do we do? It's very simple. No recording in the beginning. Why bother? Take pictures of what I ask you to because you'll need that. Now, for me, I accomplish all my goals. Always have, always will. Here's Jay here. All right, here's Jason. No problem. And all the people here. So let's understand what we get to do. Here's Joe up here too. Now, I don't want you bringing the pain home. You understand that? So never bring the pain home. Stop bringing the pain home. The rights of those as well. There's me in 1981. Okay? All I can tell you is white men do jump. That's only 13 feet. Got it? Now, if you want goodies, you don't have any goodies. When I was a kid being dropped off at Redondo Beach Pier when I was 3 years old, right, all she could say is, if you're not here at 5 o'clock, you'll leave there to die. I stole off the pier. I was hungry. I was 3.5 years old. I was cold. Her eyes went red. She's the devil's wife. No problem. I learned to read at 2.5 years old. So I would read between 6 to 15 books a week. And yes, we can go to school. I did that too. Anybody can go to school, learn the paper, read the test, and just do it. It's easy. All right. So what happens? I kept reading. My favorites are the Rockefellers. Okay. When they did a irrevocable trust in 1915 and 1936. Okay. So understand something. The way they left money to their children, they did it the right way. No probate crap. Okay. So everything we get is a goodie. Nowadays, oh, you got to put it in a trust. You need a little. Stop. There's so much more to these pieces. They're not explaining it to you. They're giving you pieces of highlights of crap they heard from somebody else. It's crap until you know how to apply the goal and the knowledge anyway. So anyway, every goodie is what? A division. I would like you to write down, I'm willing to sacrifice a division, not my corporate, my family. I'd like you to write that down. See, the problem is you sacrifice you and your family a long time ago. You keep doing it all the time. Every goodie is a what? Asset. Every asset has liability. So again, Lamborghini, Ferraris, and everything else, 21 cars in a car collections for the fun of it because I was bored. In helicopters and goodies. Now, property, simple. Huntington Harbor, that has 5 islands. I had properties on Coral Cay, in Seascape, in Portofino. All right, simple. There's the U-Dock that I used to put my yachts in. Now, what is from here? All right, it is a Duffy, race boats, Sea-Doos, and all pieces. I like goodies, but they're not my goodies. Who do they belong to? Divisions. If we create a line of defense, we can protect our what? Corporation and our family and our assets. The reality is the way they're teaching out there is kind of silly and dumb. They're not caught up with today's market. They're not at all. Winning the Game of Business, I wrote in basically 1975, released it in 76. I'm driving a Lamborghini at the time, no problem. Orange Coast College, part-time, and going to own my own company. By the way, I was 16 years old. What do you do at 16? I just tell you the truth. I've been in front of people, okay, 49 years in front or basically online helping people that want to be helped. 50 million people I've analyzed so far. I'm also the incorporator for rich and famous people from Lakers, Clippers, Dodgers, and Angels and all kinds of stuff. So understand. My next series was very simple for me. I wanted to write books that help people step by step from getting to zero to $1 million structure. Now we have a problem right now. Here's our problem. Corporations and divisions need to be filed now. Okay. What they're not telling you, the circuits out there, time. Next year, in 2026, you want to be able to tell the creditor, credit bureaus, and also this is corporate credit bureaus as well, and the banks that you've been on your second year. Okay. Second year. Because if you listen to these people out there going blah, 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 you can go to the credit union, you can do this, LLC and a tax ID, and over here in the bank, blah, 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 the guarantee, blah, blah, blah. That's just a bunch of bozos, okay? They're not going to give you these, okay, period. Unless you are a CFO. You have no choice. Now, we don't need tax returns and blah, blah, blah. That's not the point. The moment you fill out an application, the moment you fill out one of these applications and you say your business makes money, you're a liar. If you say you make a paycheck, you're a liar because you're putting phony numbers there. That's a lie. That's, I think, credit fraud, don't you think? What do I know? So what do we do? Today, if you don't set up your profit and nonprofit corporation now in division process, next year you will not be able to say it's on its second year. I want you to focus very seriously today. Foundation builds finance, builds streams. Foundation builds finance, builds streams. Write it down. Foundation builds finance and builds streams and finances it. Borrow money is not taxable. Okay. Manageable debt offsets taxes. Corporate credit does not show up on personal file at all of it. Only one card would be a Spark card from Capital One. So they don't see you having corporate credit if you did it right. But again, the problem about personal business credit, your personal credit needs 100,000, 71,000 of safety, sticky behind cards. And then the excuse is, I had to jack it up. Excuse me, these don't fluctuate. So that takes away that excuse. And the next thing we have to look at is 100,000 of personal, 71,000 of safety to take care of our family. That takes care of a family of 5, even to this day. So if we focus today and build foundation, foundation builds dreams. You have 7 days left. If you blow this, that's on you. If you don't set up corporations and divisions now, right away, profit and nonprofit, you're going to blow it. Now, for me, I give articles for free. You spend thousands of dollars on a piece of paper, didn't learn diddly squat. 49 years I've given profit and nonprofit corporations for free. Free. You just pay your filing fee. So all you have to do is click the link below for my bio, get to the link tree. That's it. Why don't we do what needs to be done? Get it filed. When I started Helping Hand Industries, I was $9.5. Cost me $10. That corp today is $30. You got $30? See, I don't understand. If you don't build your foundation, that's your problem. You're not listening. You got to turn these up again. Do not break your New Year's resolution. You do it all the time. 2026 is your life-changing year, period. It is the greatest year to ever start a business or be in business. What do? First, we have to understand what we're going to achieve. Don't break your New Year's resolutions. Get the pieces. Take care of family. You notice first picture is family. Family is income. Income is paycheck, tax. We get the leftover taxed again and again. But what happens here, house payment, will get us some of that money back. House bought under one person, put it into a trust, we get to win. The next problem you have is you. You. Why? Your driver's license has your home address on it. Change it. The insurance registration, again, home address, change it. P.O. box. You're going to learn to protect your assets and do it right my way tonight. Take care of family. Okay? Take care of family. Okay? If you do what I ask you and tell you what to do, and I just tell people what to do all the time, I'm sorry. I'm not going to say you can do this, that. No, you're going to do this flat out. I'm doing up to 90% of the work, you're doing 10. Got it? 90-10. So this is $10,000 a month income. You understand? Every division, okay? When I bought my first Jack in the Box, okay, under here, it was corp and corp till 85. I got my first Subway, no problem. Okay, I got my first Wendy's restaurant, 31 flavors. Okay, every piece, it can be a division of a house, it can be an apartment complex, which I did that in Fullerton, again and again and again. What am I creating? A liability line. I'm trying to create or it's called basically straight across division process. This is my line of defense. So now watch this guy basically talking about this person over here, and she's talking about real estate's a bad idea. He's saying franchise bad. It's all good if you know what you're doing. Okay. So again, anybody can do a video about another person. I do them all the time too. Okay. Maybe I can wake them up and shake them up a little. The next series that I created was I wanted to call Books for Dummies. That was already taken. So I want you to do me a favor. I need your help. Okay. I need 146 more followers tonight. 146. We were gathering up to 1,000 a day. I need 146 tonight. I want you to share this, and follow me. I want you to share this. Tell everybody about Ray Reynolds, the Godfather Credit. Now is on TikTok, his 5th week. Because I'm going to change the world. I want to be one of the top ones out there, and that's my goal. One of the top, okay? Books for Dummies was taken, so I created something different. I call it the blueprint of success. I got to tell Tony and other people quit using it because I own the rights to it. Very simple. But again, it's the Millionaire's Founders Kit. You know what happens? I'm at the Bonaventure in Ontario, all right, Orange County and Long Beach, 4 events per week. I'm the 2nd largest advertiser in California, period. I'm the most verified person you can find on planet Earth, by the way, and I don't have a list of blah, blah, blah to give you besides the truth. So again, if you want, that was sold at the Bonaventure, literally for 5,000 cents years ago. But again, it's very simple today. I believe you basically in the future, you're going to click the link below. You're going to check the bio, get to the link tree, and you're going to take a picture right there. There's a scan code if you want. If you want to get there, you need rules and tools and the truth. Is that okay if I give that to you? See, like book 1, Building Wealth, Financial Freedom. Financial forms. How do you take care of your stock kit? Well, I don't have a stock. Yeah, you do. You have a minute book. This is the bio of your corporation, minutes and bylaws. The LLC, that kit you have in your possession, you have one of those today, it says certificate of ownership. You're the managing member. It's in your possession. See, your S Corp has stock, okay? So it depends on the type. You still got one of these. This here is going to help you or get you in trouble, but it's simple. So again, it's like using the corporate resolution, setting up goals. Goals. Not easy. It's a blueprint of success. Here I put volume 2 to build more wealth and asset protection. How do you set up the credit files? 1987, I, Ray Reynolds, instructed Ken Yarborough, TRW Sperian, to set up the first dashboard under tax ID, and that's what I did. I control the credit setup for that dashboard to set up credit files with tax ID to build cash credit. We wouldn't have to wear that hooey, blah, 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 okay? That's just the truth. How do you fill out the application correctly without lying? I think the circus out there wants you to lie. No. That's fraud, I believe. Manage multiple corporations. Again, step by step. Here we have reaching the finish line, keep raising the bar, and here's even nonprofit. Today, I'd like you to set up a nonprofit for the fun of it. You have $100 billion being given away next year for nonprofit grant money. You don't have a paycheck or you need a bigger one? Nonprofit, go work there. They give you a grant. Now you help other people. What a concept. You can create your own job through nonprofit, by the way, but it's up to you. Now, I want to change the world. Can you help me do that, please? What does this mean? It's very simple. All right. I wrote this book here. I've written 67 books so far, having fun. This is called Starting Out Right. This is for the kids. I know I can see my little picture over here. That's over here. Can you make me bigger, Nick? There I am. All right, not the whole thing. Show the book too. Come on. You got to find out how it helped you too. All right. So here it's very simple. Starting Out Right. What I did is I dedicated this to one of my professors, all right, one of my attorneys and friends, Harold Stokes. Him and I did, years ago, basically 70s and 80s as well, I came up with Rapid Refresh, Rapid Score, by the way. That was me. So here's how they set up the credit file by itself. This file is set up for the kids. This is for basically high school and kids in college. So this is to start their file with all the rules and tools. You have no idea what you're doing anyway, even today. And the reality is from there is what happens in getting the first credit card. I like to do that for everybody for free. I like to help them because I don't want them making the same dumb mistake we made. But that's what I like to do. By the way, you'll probably need a copy too. Right now, you're guessing on what you do. You're guessing all over the place. It's ridiculous. You're guessing, and so you do this or that. And you got that circus out there going blah, 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 blah. Okay? Don't do credit fraud, please. Now, what did you do? I believe you all did the same thing. You sat at the kitchen table with your friends and family. You said, honey, we're going to start a business. We're going to jack up our cards, drop our score, can't get any more. We're going to hawk our house. We're going to bring the pain over you and me. We're going to be stupid. We're going to be dumb. That's what you did. Why? Because you don't know any better. You jacked up the wrong card. These cards fluctuate, so you need a sticky. 10,000, you can only spend $2,100. This is the real truth. You can spend $2,900 on a $10,000 card. You're in the green. 30% yellow, 50 is red. Simple. Then the excuse is, I had an emergency, Ray. Excuse me. These don't fluctuate. I don't care about all the blah, blah, blah they're doing out there at that circuit. It's ridiculous. Tell the truth. They have no idea what the truth is. No little piece. These don't fluctuate. They're unlimited up to $1 million. They have a POT time for 100,000. You got a bad day. You jacked up the wrong card. Why didn't you jack up these instead? If you jacked up these cards here, you would never drop your score ever, and you could always get some more. You are responsible for that family. The paycheck's taxed. You get the leftover, and everything you get leftover, you get paid tax again and again. If you repackage your life, house, and car, you can win the game of business. My first system that I designed in 1976. So what do? Now over here, you're going to add some divisions. Go over here. You got 3 divisions I want you to do, and call it division of me. Division of me, not me. Me means you. Got it so far? These here will be under the corporate umbrella. Okay? The corporate umbrella. I'm going to show you Chapter 18 that allows a corporation, Supreme Court deemed it to be true, as a legal person. All right? Understand how this is connected. All right? Connecting for you. Not here to be shaping attorneys, public record. So you're going to have 3 divisions of you. Okay? First of all, number 1, you're going to put a C here for contracts. You're going to put basically supply, equals cash. You're going to put here credit cards. Okay? You have 3 chances to try. Unfortunately, you have not tried because you don't know what you're doing. I'm sorry to say it's true. This here is allowed SS4. Here, 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 here. Well, we're going to do it under this. Now, SS4. Debt follows SSN, SS4. You brought the pain home when you never had to. Why did you do that? The only excuse I hear all the time, you didn't know any better. Who taught me? Same thing. See, you allow yourself to follow the bouncing ball. And what happens is this boring. You do the same routine all the time. It's ridiculous. We're going to stop bringing the pain home. We're never going to bring the pain home again. Write it down. You had a SS5 form filled out for you, or you did it yourself when you were 14 to 16. The SS4 allows you to read it right here. It's right here. You can find your own. Employer, entity, individual person. They created this form to be a universal form. Universal. So what does this mean? Okay. When the NACB certified me as the #1 consultant worldwide, period, it's because I created the 29% rule. I created that for everybody. Your dashboard say below 30, but they're not giving you the answers. So a very simple way we need to do. Learn how to play, never to bring the pain home. All cards fluctuate. Write it down, please. All cards what? Fluctuate. Okay, but 2. You jacked up the wrong card, you got stuck. Now, we can rebuild you the right way if you want. I'll analyze each one of you. I do that all the time for clients. I've analyzed 50 million people so far. My team will help do the work, and I'll analyze it and talk to you personally. All cards fluctuate, but 2. That's what you should be understanding today. What do we do? The Millionaires Founders Kit, sold at the Bonaventure, 32 years, 5,000 a set, and at the Marriott, and all the other pieces, what do we do? Very simple. So today, you have the ability to change your life if you choose to. I would tell you to screenshot, take a picture. All right, click the bio and the link below and get to the link tree. Very simple. And let me help you if you want. But it's up to you. All right, again. Now, we all have a sad story to tell. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cared I was dropped off at the pier when I was 3.5 years old. Nobody cares I was born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital, and they threw me in a trash can. They didn't care. They didn't want me. Okay, what do? Feel sorry for myself? No, you fight through the pain. You get knocked down 1,000 times, you get your butt up 1,001. It's mindset. If I can touch it, I can kick it. Do you understand that? I was kicking the door jam when I was 10. Basketball at 14. Okay, this is only 13 feet to YMCA in Orange or El Toro Green Base. What do? Play. Now, we're going to write down 3 things right now. You're going to write down see it. Okay. If you don't have a house, okay, I'll show you how to get a house leased and convert it to a mortgage. Very simple. If you have a car, you're driving a bullseye. See, you know there's going to be a bump, but when, I don't know. Neither do you. You get it's a grocery store, they bump your car. What do you get? You get out nicely. Ooh, goody. That's the time you have to learn to be quiet and be quiet. And I say, shut up. This nice person that bumped your car, you bumped their car. You're going to exchange driver's license, insurance, registration. Number 1, that should be not with your home address on it because that's called dumb. You're going to change that today, by the way. Now, watch what happens. Online, do the circus out there. All right, they say, oh, you can only write out so much of your car. Goody. That's called dumb. I don't care about the write-off. I could care less, okay? I don't care about the write-off. What I care about is liability. So let's go back to the board, okay? The car you drive today has a registered owner and a lien holder, okay? They never got to lien holder. The registered owner is going to become a division, okay? Because I said so. If the registered owner is a division of a corporation, if they sue the division, it'll be not that you, it'll be the division, not the corporation too. See, the corporation absorbs the car as a division. What am I willing to sacrifice? A division, not to corporate my family. You're going to be driving a company car, flat out, period. Got it so far? So again, we're going to rebuild you here. We're going to get you new credit here and have the ability to take care of here. If someone doesn't give you the sample blueprint or help you do it personally, it's not going to happen. You've been trying, come on. You've been trying your whole life to get there. You're 35 to 75 years old, and you have some friends and family kind of rip you off. You've been ripped off by people out there left and right. It's ridiculous. That circus is getting out of hand. Blah, 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 blah. We're going to get you some money. What does this mean? You are going to do real estate. You're going to do franchise. You're going to do it all. This is 42 million of credit cards and dashboards. I have 62 million of this. Okay, 62. What's going to happen? We're going to teach you how to play. When I wrote Winning the Game of Business, I was 14, 15 years old. And I created that to put it out in 1976. When I was 16, driving a Lamborghini. This is a bunch of hooey out there, and that's what's happened every day. Hooey, hooey. You're going to take the credit. Now, write down, checkbook money, write it down. I'm going to show you how you go legitimately to the bank, not lie. Oh, you can do this. Stop. You get a line of credit for 150, the rules and tools, the average balance. I'm going to show you how to get 250, all right, literally from a blueprint loan. If I help you 90% of the time and help you get where you go, would you take and write a check from one of these lines of credit to an escrow? Would you do that? Would you like to own 25% of a Wendy's restaurant? I'm going to pick what I've done since 1987. These are boring and steady, and they make an income. Whatever you do, that's fine. Do what you want to do. This is going to be paid through auto income. Your problem is you, okay? So we're going to look at your credit score now, okay? What happens? If they don't tell you the truth out there, I'm going to tell you the truth. There's a lot of hooey out there. It's a lot of crap. So what do? Number one, okay, you have a graph and all the bureaus, whatever you have. I'm going to tell you I like Analytical 750, my favorite. Maybe you're Experian.com, okay? But again, you see this graph going up and down. You control the graph. That's your heartbeat of your credit. Get anybody 200 points right away. 200 points right away, simple. 200 points right away. Worst score was a 280. Again, I have people coming out of prison. I help rebuild them too. So what happens is your heartbeat. We have to realize the first thing about credit has to be analyzed. The analyzation is to tell us, okay, what does it look like? And then from there, we look at the utilization. Then we look at the oldest card. Then we tell you exactly what you need to do your 10%. I do all the work anyway. So what happens is very simple. We are going to see it, believe it, go get it. Now, I'm a sinner. I make mistakes all the time. I'm actually a licensed pastor in California, but I make mistakes. But I'm going to tell you the truth. It's about time you get off your, and go get it. So I don't like howdy doody. Again, that's what happens out there all the time. Hi, you cats. How you doing? I need some money for real. Well, again, depends on what you're looking to do. Real. This is all real. If you don't think it's real, then you're in the wrong place. Okay? Real is being straightforward with you. The reason I'm online 6 days a week is I've always felt obligated to my clients. Okay? Obligated. If you got a book from me from years ago, if you watch today, this person was online this morning. All right? Like I tell people, if you get any product and service from me ever, I'm online 6 days a week to explain it to you. If I'm not the one who's online to help you, then how are you going to learn how to play? It's a game. See, unfortunately, this one client the other day spent $6,000 for a box of empty books. This Alex guy, this ding dong going down, blah, 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 okay? But again, what do you say? Just a bunch of crap. 1,000 steps to millionaire. Real goodies. Sold 4 events per week for $5,000 a set. Again, that's the foundation. We all have a no blankety blank day. That's me. 2009, we took out one of the yachts in the backyard, all right, a group of people. Next day, I'm in a coma, and I got to die and come back. It kind of sucks. 3.7 billion was stolen. What I built all my life, gone. What do you do with you're homeless and you're in the car and the wife and kids? Need money? Yeah, I need money. Okay. Ron, my wife called him, my district manager at the building, and one technology driver inspector was only 22,000 feet. Instead of helping, he drives U-Haul truck to the office to steal books and CDs. My IT manager, what does he do? I got 50 million people in the database because I help Carlton Sheets people, Dave Delgado, Russ Dalby, all these people in our coaching system, helping all these people. 50 million people in the database. He sells it to the number one offer. It's a porn site. Never call the phone number on the CD. So what do you do? What do you do when you're helping people and your world goes pop? All right, and you lose everything in a coma. What do we do? Check out the address. Take a picture. See, I'm the real deal. You'll find out I'm not full of blah, blah, blah. I got some good blah, blah, but my blah, blah works. I don't like the circus out there. It bothers me. Let me reroute you the right way. Again, I want you to plan the problem from now on. I want you to plan the problem because it's going to happen anyway. So how do we make corporation divisions? Again, here's Joe again asking the same question. Joe, go to the class. This is the division. This is an overview. Okay, then we're going to show you how to do this because you want the easy way out. I'm going to make you go to class and learn how to do it right. Got it? Okay, there's no easy way to do this besides the truth. So again, plan the problem. I want to repackage it like Humpty Dumpty, Joe. I want you to understand division process because none of them is teaching you this. I established this in 1985. They're so outdated out there. It's blah, blah, blah. It's a bunch of crap, in my opinion. Now, you're going to write down UCC1 now, okay? Now. UCC1, write it down. Next, you're going to write down irrevocable trust, because this is what I'm telling you to do. You're going to go through your house today and videotape everything. Same thing in the office. You're going to make an inventory list, okay? You're going to understand a chattel mortgage, and basically what's basically simple, the assignment of mortgage. I created that form in 1989, by the way. Most of the forms you have out there were created in my kits over 40 years ago. Got it so far? So if we want to follow the bouncing ball, where's our assets go when we're going to be gone? You're going to learn an irrevocable trust. My favorites were the Rockefellers, okay? In 1952, all right, and how they protected their family and everything else from the turned 10 million into 39 billion. We got to play my way. So the irrevocable trust is going to be tied into your company and what you're doing as well. We're going to protect the family. That's goal one. All right. Now, 2026 is up to you. Do you want to make it work or not? Okay. See, you've tried your whole life to do this. Now, why you didn't show up to one of my events, I've been online or in person for 49 years, 6 days a week, I don't know. All right. The reality is now you're stuck. I will be telling you what to do, and I need you to follow through. I do not ask, I tell. That's been my way since day one. I don't want you to think. The more you think, the more you screw it up. As a little kid, they kept going, how you doing, little boy? They knew I was being used and abused. My response then and now is always good. Always good. No one steals my peace. You'll have people steal your peace. Thank you, Jesus. Simple. There's chapter 18. Focus. I need every one of you to focus right now. All right. If any of your TV's on or whatever, turn it all off. Focus on this. All right. A corporation. What is it? Right there. I learned this when I was 7.5 years old, listening to a silly poker game in the corner. The grown-up smoking cigars and drinking whiskey and go blah, blah, blah. It says a corporation is a legal what? Person that may sue or be sued. It says not required to file fictitious business name. I felt at 9 years old going to the library almost every day for 2 years. It was wrong. And I proved it was wrong in 1985, 86, by the way. What do? There's the categories again, LLC, LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, and PC. I don't care what kind you have. I care you have one. If not, I'll hand you the articles for free. You pay your filing fee, period. 49 years doing that. The corporation has division process. This is your line of defense. So I'd like you to click the link below. I'd like you to get to the link tree. I'd like you to share this live with everybody because I need 122 more followers tonight, 122 more. I want to reach the goal of 6,000 today. Not next week, today, now. But it's up to you again is what you need to do. Amen to that. Yes, it's very simple. Understand. God made me different. Okay, I can just tell you, I have total recall on most things. I write with both hands and talk at the same time. And I didn't rhyme it all the time. And when I was a kid, they said I was dumb. Okay, I just thought they were dumb. So what do? Understand. Here's the lie. You lie to yourself. People lie to you every day. I need an LLC and a tax ID. So this bank and credit is going to give me all this money. Then I'm going to lie in the credit application. Do not follow those clowns, please. The lie. A corporation or an LLC, whatever you might have, is on Secretary of State's website. It's right there. When they sue it, they sue you. But you got 3 guys or people online going, blah, 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 blah. You can bankrupt and get another one. Yeah, if you want to be a fraudster and go to prison, in my opinion. You see, it says you signed for the car, the lease of the building, and a credit card. I signed the lease of this building, and the one next door. I have a division that says Ray Reynolds, okay? And I use the SS4 because I'm allowed to. I signed a lease. If I screw it up, I want to walk away, I can. You didn't give yourself a chance to try. Car, again, our registered owner is a division. Car, your registration of the car, the driver's license, insurance is not you anymore. Stop this stuff. I want to repackage you so you don't bring the pain home. I didn't have a family. I didn't have a home. So there are all these people who made me feel uncomfortable. I didn't belong. TikTok's giving me that point. Now I feel I belong again. I'm having fun. I'm changing lives, and I want to change your life. Do it my way. Your way sucks. Sorry, that's how I believe. Today, if you inspect your corporation or your LLC, you'll find out you use your home address on most of half of you, not 45%. It should be changed to a P.O. box. You should create a line of defense called a division process. You got to quit being a duck and a sheep. Because when they sue you, you have to duck. Got it so far? So if we looked at a nonprofit, today, like I said, I'll give you the nonprofit for free to you. Articles are free. I've been giving out for 49 years, free. You pay a little filing fee. Nonprofit, $30 in California. Wow. $100 for profit. Wow. See, you didn't learn diddly squat when you paid someone else to do something for you. Diddly squat kind of sucks. So as we do this, irrevocable trust, yes, that's the goal. Amen. Okay, no problem. So if we play this game to win, why to win? What does it mean? Nonprofit. Today, you want a paycheck. You want a bigger raise, okay? This is a golden ticket, okay? Very simple. A nonprofit was set up last year. I helped them this year to get their exemption, which people are charging $15,000 for, but then the IRS backdates it. Do you understand they always backdate the exemption to the day you start the corporation because your intent was nonprofit? So if you had a nonprofit today and spent $30, had it filed right away, if you get your exemption next year, that's fine. What happens? That is grant money. You could go work for the nonprofit, give yourself a job and a raise, and you could change your life starting today. Your problem is you, okay? Your problem is you. What I'd like you to do later today, I'd like you to find a mirror. I'd like you to fire yourself. All right, tell yourself you're fired. Hey, you had your chance. I'm taking over. Simple. Nonprofit. It's called Trump money. Billions are given up next year. Elderly, homeless. If we take a nonprofit corporation today, they did their study 4 years ago. Elderly, hospice, elderly transportation, and delivery food. 4 times of income than a McDonald's makes, just getting grant money. Would you like some free vans and cars? They're giving away from the electric companies because they're going electric to go what? They're going to electric. They're going to try to give away for what? Before the end of the year. If you had a nonprofit today, I'd help you go get, there was 1,013 cars on the list last week alone. Would you like a car or van to do some delivery service? Give yourself a job. Simple. If, listen carefully, articles are free, flat out. If I do the officers list and the tax ID, that allows me to set up the credit reports. That allows that nonprofit to have credit up to $100,000. Nonprofit workshop. I'm going to show you how to get the exemption step by step. Got it so far? So what do? It's very simple. If you want to play the game to win, it's up to you. So what happens, you can take a picture, you scan code, no problem. You can go to the credit, or you can go to the link in the bio and get to the link tree, and you get stuck with me if you want. I'm online 6 days a week helping you. What do? Get some Trump money. Now, we go back to foundation. This is very simple. It's chapter 18 again and again. We always go back to basics. Ask any of these people out there going blah, 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 what a corporation is and blah, blah, blah. They don't have the answers because they're basically doing a half blankety blank job. They've learned a piece. That's about it. I got the whole pie. So what is it? What's chapter 18? What does it say? It's probably record. It's right there. I'm not here to be safe an attorney. All right, corporation's a legal what? Person. So that means if I have a corporation's a legal what? Person. If I create a division under the umbrella, I can have 3 divisions of me using tax ID. That follows tax ID. I have no intent to do what? But again, what do? It may sue or be sued. Not required to file fictitious business name. So I need you to listen very, very carefully. When I wrote Winning the Credit Gamer, there's 2 variations of the book. Like I said, I've written over 47 books or 67 books for the last 49 years. What do? There's those categories again, right there. Every one of those is a legal person, Chapter 18, right here. So whatever you got works. So what do? If we look at the SS5 form that we filled out as kids or mommy did at the hospital, it's right there. The SS5 equals SSN in 1040. Guess what? Here's the SS4 again, application, employer, entity, or individual person. That is a universal form how it was designed in the beginning. We're going to do tax balancing. Now, when I was training Yarborough, 70s and 80s and 90s, here they became Asperian. All right, I set up a dashboard in 1987. It allows me to use SSN and SS4. I can use whatever I want. Instant credit report. This is for a person, a corporation, a division, or a subsidiary. Banks use subsidiaries. So what does this mean? I can establish, all right, files, or what happened for me when I established division process, they each have an Asperian, TransUnion, and Equifax. See, this can only get so much credit. Then they're going to say, get 10 corporations. Yeah, pay all that franchise tax fee and a bunch of mess. Talk about an accounting nightmare. One corporation division process called a compiled return. And basically, it's very simple to do if you know what you're doing anyway. What do? Today, let's pretend you're all jacked up on your cards, okay? If you are, that's okay. We'll help you get through that process as well. You take a picture here. This is supply credit from a corporation. Supply credit turns into cash, by the way, if you don't know this. So again, I need 103 followers now. I need 103 more, okay? Help me share the live with everybody you got. 103 more. So I need to hit my 6,000 tonight as we play this game to win. I need you to help me and spread the word. That's how it works. If we take supply credit, we can turn it into cash. When I did that after coma, finding we're homeless and broke, or in the car, I made it $53,000. This helps you get 51 if you want. Simple. Up to $51,000, what do? You reduce your debt. You got two choices on a credit card. Reduce the debt or increase the limit. That's your choices. You're our CFO. 18 years ago, IRA Reynolds as an affiliate, very simple. I added division process to every cash application on planet Earth. Find one. They all have it. They all have DBA right there. It's right there. I got them all to do this as an affiliate 18 years ago. So that means if I get a card, these are $100,000 each, paid over time limit, unlimited to $1 million. I'm entitled to 99 more cards. That could be $100 million. It's a little ridiculous, but it could be. I want you to have 9. I want you to write down 9, okay? I'm going to show you why you're going to want 18 divisions as we play this game to win. I can take one card. Let's watch what happens. Okay, one card. If I have that one card there, it's $100,000. Okay, I just showed you 2 of them. $100,000. One card times 9 divisions. Okay, it equals $1 million of credit, even on an Amex Gold or Platinum. There's $1 million. Okay, every one of these divisions have their own file. That means I can create up to $100,000 per division, up to $1 million each division. So what I'm going to need, I need 9 lines of credit, 9 divisions, and I need 9 divisions to do properties. These are separate liability. Could be a Jack in the Box, Subway, whatever it is. So I need number 18. Now, numbers never lie, only people lie. Okay? I've been saying that for 40 years. Numbers never lie, only people lie. So there's the difference. So share this live, please, with the world. Help me get to the next 100 followers tonight so we get past go. 1 card into 10 more. By the way, it equals $1 million, by the way. Would you like to have fun yet? So as we play this game to win, it's very simple. We're going to look at division of me. I told you to write down division of me right here, correct? The car, this is that Lamborghini right there. This is the key. Okay, the payment was $6,900 a month. So like I told Rob, you don't want one of these till you're doing $5 million plus, okay? I have 21 cars in the car collection. All right, worth millions and millions of dollars, but they're not my cars. But I got the key. Got it so far? Not my car. Liability is a division. I'm not a duck and a sheep. Neither are you going to be when I'm done with you. Every property needs to be a division. They're not teaching you the truth and the rules and tools. I don't understand why they're not teaching you since 85. They're teaching old school crap. Sorry, that's my opinion. From there, every house is a separate division for liability. Or what happens is now you get SS4 to receive money. Money received it, SS4. See, we get SSN, we're taxed. Then we get the leftover, we're taxed again on everything we do. SS4 doesn't pay tax till it's profitable. So again, it has to receive money the right way. We can daisy chain every card 99 times. If you want to daisy chain 99 more times, it's up to you. You're the truth. Well, the reality is God's the truth. He just gave me a brain to use and help you. That's all it is. Let's give God the thanks because this is his glory, not mine. I'm just a vehicle that I should have been gone a long time ago. Shot 3 times, not 6 times, homeless, and all this crap as a kid. For some reason, he keeps saving me for you, by the way. So the reality is just listen and learn, please, please, please. That car is a division. If I have a problem, a bad day, I invented the 3-step. To disconnect, isolate, incorporate. I don't bring the pain home like you. I don't want you to do it ever again. We live on paycheck. We live on paycheck. 97% of people live on paycheck, pay your bills. House payment gives you some of the money back, so does property tax. And I don't know why they don't tell you the truth. Now, we don't want single family house to lease it out because you get screwed up every time you do that. It's a 4-plex or a 5-plex. But remember, California, 4-plex is good, 5-plex is commercial. What do? We learn the rules and tools. There's no reason to bring the pain home. Got it so far? Now, if you like, I'll set up a division of you, which means a division of me. It's very simple. And yes, all right, the bottom line is very simple. The articles are free. You can do it yourself. Do it yourself. If I do it, I'm going to set up the credit file for you. Okay? That means if I do tax ID, I'm establishing Experian Treasury and Equifax for you on my dashboard I set up in 1987. Got it so far? Now, division setup, I do all the work for you. Like I said, 90-10. I'll do 90% of the work. Okay? Then I'm setting up the credit reports. So there's a couple of things to look at and understand this. If I set up a division of you because you're jacked up here, this is an opportunity to rebuild yourself under the corporate umbrella and go over here and fix your problems. Reduce your debt. You cannot have the intent to do fraud. If you did, I'd be the first one to testify because you're in court of law. I'll be in court to testify against you. I have to because I don't want you screwing up my program. It's very simple. We have the rights to do the right thing. So again, the goal is to help rebuild you like Humpty Dumpty. So normally this is set up. Okay, what happens if you use my address? See, when you use your address, it might be screwed up because you use that address. A clean address, like using my address here in Riverside, California. I'd say to use that. Your choice. So if I put you in the workshop as well, we can teach you how to play the game even more. So again, it's going to be up to you. What happens is very simple. Okay, so as we go through this, if you want me to help you set it up, I'll do 90% of the work. You'll do 10. What happens is very simple. You can basically take a picture, get the QR code, get to the link, and find some things for me as well. Now, during this live, it's very simple. I'd like to help you understand what this means. If you allow me to help you with this, I will get you your first credit card off one of my cards. Okay? I will actually get an authorized user off one of my cards for your division of me. Flat out. I'll get you one of my cards. So the reality is very simple. We're going to help build it up and away. Got it so far? See, I want you to win so that you can tell 100 people about me. That's what happens all the time. 87% of my clients have been referral based for 49 years. So I'll give you a card off one of my cards, okay? Very simple. You take that picture right there. All right, you can go basically again, click the link below, get to the, all right, to the bio, very simple, and then click the link tree as well, and I can help you even more. But again, it's going to be up to you. Get to know me, I get to know you. That's how it works. Now, as we do all these pieces, the goal is very simple. Let's pretend that you're turning these up real loud tonight because I want you to pay attention. Husbands and wives, God made you one. Congratulations. Now you pay more tax. You buy a house separate. You never buy it jointly ever again. No, 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 no. It is escrow closed homestead trust. Only one of you on the loan. The house will be controlled by the trust. You're both on the trust. So guys, don't worry. Ladies, don't worry. You're still controlling the asset. And the next thing is if you lost the house and it's in both your names, so you knew what he just said to do, they're going to give you a 1099-C, both of you. That's from the IRS because the creditor lost in that deal. Car should never be your car in the first place. You should be driving a company car because right now you're a bullseye. Remember something today, please. From now on, you're going to use the word or. Let's go back to the board, okay? You're using the word or, okay? Or. You never. And is a naughty word. Nah. Or. He or she can sign. I have clients over the last 49 years, one is passed in a better place, and they're stuck in a probate because they didn't listen to me. Or allows either one. And means, hey, you're stuck. Now you're stuck in probate. You don't set yourself up to fall. You set yourself up to win. A blueprint helps you do that. And that's the ultimate goal as we do this here. Okay, what do I need to read something here? Okay, what about Wyoming address? Okay, here's the problem. Let's go back to 1995. Okay, all right, 95, all corps were Delaware, so were credit cards. In 95, they disclosed information and they actually charged more tax. Everybody ran to Wyoming, Nevada. Here's your problem with Wyoming in Nevada, okay? I am the largest registered agent in the world, period. I've sold 10 times more corporations on planet Earth than any of you, anybody, period. It's simple. You do not pick Wyoming and Nevada unless you live there. You incorporate in your own state currently because you're not in the profit zone. Your state will cite you, or if you do it out of state trying to hide money and do that crap. Wyoming, again, the problem you have in these corporations in the other states, the bank wants you to have an address they can recognize as yours. They want you to give a utility bill, not the registered agent. So again, I'd say, why waste the time? Let's get you to profit zone. Hopefully that answers your question. But again, all right, set up a credit file and authorize user card. Well, if I do a division of you, okay, my first thing is for people, I'm going to give you a card off my file. All right, I have 62 million of this stuff. This is easy stuff. It's easy. See, I get the card here. I called it a dummy card. That's where American Express called it dummy code when they turn you down. And then they copy Blueprint of Success. They do Blueprint loans, so they did it for me. So again, right in front of that screen, let's look at it. Let's go back to this. If you don't pay the house or car, they don't show up the way you want them on the credit file anyway. They really don't show up as revolving. So I wanted to have Yarborough set up for TW Spearing, self-reporting. Lose house or car, you get a 1099-C. It's right there. It's right there. It's right there. If you don't plan the problem, you're going to get your assets kicked. You've had them all your life anyway. That's what's happening today. Car. 21 cars in the car collection. None of them belong to me. I have what? I have the keys. It's simple. They belong to the divisions of corporations. So that means 21 divisions just for the cars. When you buy a car, you do it wrong anyway. What do? You go to the dealership, all right? You let them sweat you for 5 hours. All right, that's wrong anyway. Should have been fleet price tax at division. I'll go into that in a second. When you sign that piece of paper, say, you can round my credit, okay? You write it above your signature. You take a picture, allows one inquiry. One, you tell them that. The next thing, cars are marked up 60%. 60%. Inquiries, they get bonus money. They get a 3% rollback. So let's understand cars. You're also going to buy it as a division of a corporation. You're no longer going to be a duck and a sheep. You're going to stop bringing the pain home. Simple. Rebecca, sweet girl. In California, Rebecca was on Sister Sam. I met her through Robin Williams, God rest his soul too, and hers. He was a client years ago. I wish Laura and Karen didn't go shopping that day. He was the greatest thing in the world. But you know what happened. Hopefully you do. Rebecca was sweet. The DMV sold her driver's license. That sucks. Address. He killed her at the door. That's why they came up with the Schaefer bill. Ever since then, I've been pushing you to do what I want you to do, even more. Driver's license, insurance, registration, P.O. Box. You don't be a registrant of a car. That's ridiculous. My first car I bought, between my race cars, my dirt bikes and motorcycles and race boats and all the stuff I had as a kid. Hey, I was 16. That's a kid. I got to drive at 12 because I had to act like an adult. Was a Quintos Lamborghini division process. This one here, very simple. Here's the keys right here. Right here. Division of a corporation. It says every side of that car, Ray Reynolds University, even the license plate. So there's no BS to give you besides the truth. It's a company car. Okay? I have the keys, but it's not my car. I like that. This one shows the registered owner being a division right on the registration right there, ready to go. Your problem is you. I like the twins, but I have the keys and they're not mine. I like that. It makes sense, not mine again. And we have the Harley because what do? My favorite's the road cane. Hey, we go to the chalk rides. We go to the Sturgis. We go all these things. It makes what? Hope. All these things we get this get sponsored. Let's see. Pay tax, get sponsored to drive a Harley for the weekend. Wow, let's see what we can figure out, huh? Kind of easy. I like goodies. Do you like goodies yet? I like goodies and goodies and goodies and goodies. But they're not my goodies. I got the keys. Why would I want a goodie in my name? That's called dumb. I'm not dumb. Neither are you. My beautiful wife, our helicopter too, and Lamborghini. Oh, goodies. More goodies and goodies and goodies. Their house in the harbor where we park the yachts and the race boats in the backyard. Why not? Even the Duffy said the Ray Rollins University too. Goodies. I like goodies. You like goodies yet? If you learn to play my way, you're going to do like my wife had to do here. She had to sign her name 28 times as a CFO. She got to pick up the Cadillac Escalade for the company. Okay, no problem. It's fleet price tax ID division. Write it down. She's forced to drive the car. Isn't that terrible? But she didn't have a car. Neither do I. We play my way. All right? You can play my way too if you want. But again, we're going to play and win. Guy in the news just at one of the events having fun. What do? Goodies and goodies. Reach to the dream. Think to be the impossible. Why not? I've done it all my life. I was supposed to be gone a long time ago. I was all this and what? The people treated me like what? And use and abuse? No. It just pissed me off. I want you to understand something today. Your divisions, your profit, nonprofit need to be filed now. Okay? Even if I hand you the articles for free now. Because what happens is next year you want to say they're on their second year. That is priceless. Division process. I'm going to tell you 9 divisions for 9 lines of credit, 9 locations of something to create auto income. That auto income is $100,000 a month, by the way. If it makes $100,000 a month and you get a little paycheck, you can design your paycheck to be your lifestyle and break even. Is that okay? Let's break even. This is in my book 40 years ago. Corporation, division, subdivisions, on and on and on. I'm the guy that invented division process. That nobody on this planet is teaching you the truth. Blah, 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 blah. There's circus out there and these ringmasters. A lot of clowns out there. That's just 16 million of credit. That's how it works. Simple. I had a problem. I have problems too. They're usually bigger problems than most people do. Anyway, what happened? I got $53 million of credit in 1988. They're speaking my limits. What am I going to do? Can't use it all. So I go to the library, C191D. It tells me I can loan money privately as a corporation. Okay. I decided to loan out money. I wrote another book. Okay. Why? Called Buckets of Money. Buckets of Money was $4.6 million of credit dissected into people. I created Homestead Blocker, UCC1, and Chatham Mortgage at the time. That created $190,000 a month, by the way. And the notes behind that were $1.1 billion. You want to play yet? It's not hard to get to million to billion. I got through first corporate billion structure at 21, 2.6 billion, 26, 3.7 when I died in a coma. What do? It's not mine. I'm not going to say I'm rich. Only ding dong say I'm rich. Look at me. I think the IRS is hearing that on those people. Be careful. Those people think I'm going to be indicted next year. A corporation is a legal person. It's right there. It's chapter 18. I learned that at 7.5 years old, by the way. I went to the library next to the Torrance Police Department. Man, what does this mean? She was rude as can be. She walked away. I went to that library every day for 2 years. I created my own blueprint. Those are the types you can pick. What do? I need to blueprint you. I want you to help me tonight. I want you to share this live. I need 98 more people to help me get to 5,600 people. As a follower, 56. Oh, that's Susan at 6,000. I'm sorry, I'm screwing up. See it in my head too quick. That gives me the 6,000 followers. I'm having fun on TikTok. I found my audience. I found my place now. I'm going to have fun. I want to be one of the top ones for next year. So I get to blueprint you. That means you and I on that phone for an hour plus. Partner of life. We're talking about your past, present, and future. Good, bad, and ugly. You screw American Express or Chase? Do you have a bankruptcy? Did you seal it? Do you have a tax problem? You got a family? You got a corporate division? So right, irrevocable trust. We're going to plan to live. We're going to plan to what? Guess what? We're going to plan it all. Car is a division. House is trust. We're going to focus what I put in my book when I was 15 years old, Cash Flow Fee Per Time. I put that in that book. Again, people steal my goodies all the time. A blueprint call at the office, they charge $5,000. All right. Today they give it for a couple thousand. Okay, I give it away for $1,000 anytime. So again, what do? Again, it's going to be up to you. I think I'd love to blueprint every one of you. But that means you're going to have to be stuck on the phone with me for about an hour. Then I'm going to give you your list. You're going to check it twice. See, what happens is when I blueprint you, I take over. Yeah, I'm going to tell you what the 10% needs you to do, and I do 90%. I'm going to build you to millionaire status. We're going to go get $100,000 a month. You're a management company. You manage your divisions, your subdivisions as well, and you get Pasco, you get a paycheck. If you had auto income today, you would never have a cash problem. I don't understand. You drove by the Wendy's last week. Why didn't you buy the damn thing? What's wrong with you? I bought my first Jack and Rocks when I was 19. This is auto income. This is boring and steady. You drove by. You think you can buy it? Excuse me. If 9 of you plus me get one of these, we can write a check to escrow for $100,000. There's your $1 million deposit. You get to own a piece forever. You got auto income forever. There's where you blew it. I don't understand. Take a picture. Screenshot. Simple. Okay, scan code. All you got to do is play with me. This represents literally the 21 cars collection and up to billions in real estate having fun. Well, that's 1,013 divisions, the way I set it up years ago. One of my college professors is right. He says, Ray, you're paranoid. Of course I am. There's always someone trying to steal my goodies. I want to keep my goodies, but they're not my goodies. I'm a puppet master. Don't you want to be a puppet master too? This is boring and steady. Take a picture. There's your future. There's your 2026. I don't understand why you do the things you do today. And I don't think you understand what you do either, because what you need to do is tomorrow morning, get up an hour earlier, find your me time. There's your future. There's your 2026. Okay? 2026. You're going to master auto income because I said so. Now, the form was created in very simple. 1984, I get the letter in the mail. Talk about franchise tax fee. I own some Subways. I own some 31 flavors, some Shakey's Pizzas, some shopping centers, some condos. Now I'm doing corp to corp, what they did before in 84 and here, corp to corp. I decided to go to Sacramento. I asked a question to Sacramento, California. Can I create an entity under the corporation that doesn't pay franchise tax fee? So I'm looking in my head, chapter 18, it said that saying. Looking at the SS4, I can sort in my head and see this connecting the dots. This form here had husband and wife and partner. That's all it had. It's been modified 10 times over the years. Your corporation will have a division known as 4A. My corporation will be 4. Okay? And if I need more people in a project in an escrow, what do? I got a B, C, D, and an F. We got 9 to 10 people buying a Wendy's restaurant as a division. We always get title of ownership. Everybody owns a piece. Everybody shares that money. That piece is usually about $96.20 a month for your corporation. You're not rich. But if you did it 10 times, I think we can get 100,000. Then you can do into millions and billions. Is that okay? You can play my way for a while. I like that, don't you? Well, we're going to play what I've done since 1987, by the way. We play the game and win. So our goal is very simple today. My vice president of the company, his name is Santos. Santos has 30 years in real estate plus. So what we're going to do is line you up, okay? We're going to go through the process and we're going to show you exactly step by step. We're going to ask you some questions. Would you like to own a storage unit? This is $1 million. I need 4 people in this one. Would you like to own a bigger one? This is basically 2.9 million. Would you like another one? Here's one that is basically 2.1, and we got 8 people here, and they each got 8,000 a month. Again, this is just a little laundromat. Do you realize I wrote the first book on laundromats, dry cleaning, and car washes years ago? Now I got clients say, you need a laundromat car. You don't want to run the damn thing. It's run by a management company. This is only, $250,000, okay? Only need 2 people in that one. This is $1 million, oh goody. So what car wash would you like? What Wendy's restaurant would you like? What Taco Bell would you like? Would you like to own a piece? See, we do all the work. All you got to do is sit there and basically let me build the line of credit for you and go get it. Is that okay if we go get it for you? We have over $1 billion of escrows so far for next year, and I'm trying to get to $5 billion, but I need more people. Same problem I had in '87. Got more escrows than I have people. I turn my clients into my soldiers. Is that okay? Do you want to join one of the escrows? Let me know. We play. Now I'm going to write your list for you. When I blueprint you, I'm going to set your goal list, your daily list, your weekly list, your project list. I'm going to tell you what to do every 3 weeks. And at the end of a year, you got 10 escrows that close. That's $100,000 a month plus. And you're going to basically do what my clients have done for 49 years. Ray, coach me the rest of my life and my children too. That's what I do all the time. It's fun. We play. But I accomplished my goals. I don't have an excuse. I hit my head when I kicked the light. That night's only 13 feet. Goodies. I like goodies. You like goodies? Goodies and goodies and goodies. They're not my goodies. So if they sue me, they get diddly squat. That's the way it's the game to play. Help me help you and other people. You can also become an affiliate. Okay, let's do that too. What do we do? See, I've written 67 books so far. 67. Okay? So I like to help people. I like to help you if you allow me to, but it's up to you. I'm going to pick, out of all the dashboards out there, Analytical 750. Credit Karma was indicted 6 times. They don't have all 3 bureaus. They don't have a phone number to answer my questions, so I can't use that. Analytical has experience, judgment, and Equifax. It's very simple. So they call people every 46 days and say where you're at next. Then they basically do your personalization for free. Then on top of that, help you do Dun & Bradstreet and your Experian credit reports for the corporation. A true report that does both sides. It can help you every step of the way if you want it to, but it's up to you. Again, your ability to understand credit and what you get to do stuck with me. Hey, I've done this for 49 years in person or online. I'm going to tell you the truth. I will be bossing you around. That's just the way I am anyway, because we're not going to say this or that. No, we're going to just do what I want you to do. Follow through. If we take credit today, very simple. Okay, this is about 42 million. There's about 62 live credit to play with. Been collecting this since I was a kid, having fun. Credit is a tool, okay? So credit is a necessity and it offsets taxes. So understand, corporation, borrow money is not taxable. Debt offsets taxes. And if we take basically here, this is checkbook money, this is blueprint loan. And we took that money to buy a lifetime income. It's a fourplex, it's an apartment complex, it's a Wendy's, it's a Jack in the Box, it's a storage unit, it's a laundromat, something ran by a third party. That's the goal, auto income. Do you want to be rich? Do you want to be a millionaire? Okay, do good. Glad to see you joined. Follow this guy, fantastic. I'm just going to change lives. Is that okay? We get to play my way for a while. Do you want to be a millionaire? I want the answer to be no. I don't want you going, look at me, I'm rich. Look at me, I'm a part of the circus. I'm the biggest clown out there today. Ay, ay, ay. Never seen so much crap in my life. You will have a corporation that does millions. You're a puppet master from now on. You're going to have 9 divisions, 9 lines of credit, and 9 locations. I don't care if it's a property, 4+, whatever it is. 9 locations. That creates up to $100,000 a month income. Now you can get a paycheck. This is auto income forever, 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 forever. Why did you do it your way? I don't like your way. We're going to have fun. We're going to do it my way for a while because it works. I like what works, don't you? But again, the choice is up to you. Divisions. If you allow me to set up the divisions for you, I do not need tax ID for the divisions in the beginning. I need you to listen very carefully. I created 113 ways how to daisy chain credit. Okay? I use history, and that's what happens in the beginning, history. History allows us, so they're going to show this on the dashboard right now, okay? Nick, can you put that up there, please? So what happens is the history here is very simple. If I put history from the dashboard I set up in 1987, history sets up the credit file, Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. So now we have a credit file for each division. I do not need tax ID. I'm going to daisy chain these cards. These cards here get up to 99 more cards on every card. Very simple. If I daisy chain the credit per division, per entity, I can make sure it can finance itself. Got it so far? See, the problem is we back ourselves in a corner, don't know what we're doing anyway in most cases. Each division is like $1,000. They're expensive. 3, 9, or 12. With or without credit, depends on what you want to do. It's going to be up to you. As we go through this process, the ultimate goal is very simple. I'm going to tell you numbers don't lie, only people lie. Because I want you to have 18 divisions in the near future. It's up to you. All I know is today, if I have 9, it gives me 9 lines of credit. If I have 9 locations, I have 9 pieces of property, apartment complex, subway, whatever it might be. I'm going to tell you my favorite number is the 18. Okay. But again, it's up to you. So I would basically click the link in the bio, get to the link tree. All right, take a picture. Well, very simple, the scan code as well. We could play. Today, if you ask me to build you credit, we're using my dashboard for my history. That way I get bigger limits for you. So it's like when someone wants 25,000 of credit, we build it up and away, no problem. We basically want to help them as much as they can. If they want 50, we build that too. But again, this is for you or each division as well. Each division is entitled to build up to $1 million of credit. 1 million of credit, by the way. And that's how it works. So if you had 9 divisions in a corporation, believe it or not, in 36 months, you can build about $10 million of credit. But be careful, please. Always be careful because you don't want to overbuild, but you don't want to underbuild. But again, it is a division process because I'm willing to sacrifice the division, not the corporate, my family. Your division of you can get guaranteed credit for the other division as well. So again, we can basically get to where we want to go with no excuses. I think people have too many excuses, don't you? But the choice is very simple. I'd like you to join my fan club tonight too. I'd like you to all be a fan of Ray Reynolds and help me. I need 72 more followers tonight, 72. So again, you get to play with me, very simple. Okay, again, you can click the link in the bio, get to the link tree. You can take a picture of this and that and help you as well. The ultimate goal is to help you. I want to change your life. Is that okay? My fun thing is to change lives for people all the time. Now, I'm going to tell you what I do, and you can do what you do for you. I'm up every day right now, 1:45. I've been getting up at 2:25 since I was about 2.5 years old. Every day, 2:25. I had to because the abuser would get me at 2:30, so I got rid of that crap. Had to get out of hell. Because I started TikTok my 5th week now, I'm up at 1:45. I can't wait to get to the office at 3 o'clock to broadcast some more. I'm excited. This is fun for me. I only need an average of 3 or 4 hours sleep anyway, so it's simple. Tomorrow, get up an hour earlier. I'd like you to find your me time. I like you to find me time. I love my me time from 3 to 6. Nobody bugs me. I get all kinds of work done. I get to broadcast and talk to you. I get to find my new followers. I found my purpose again. Wow, I found it. It's nice. I love it. TikTok's given me the next opportunity. I've been fighting for that for 14 years, by the way. Getting out of coma in 2011, no problem. Building millions of billions, easy again. But the problem is helping people. I'm not out there in the events I used to have before. It's now changed in social media. Okay. So now you're stuck with me. I'm stuck with you. I'm having fun. You having fun yet? That's 1,013 divisions, by the way. I want you to focus on boring and steady. I've been teaching that for 40 years. Take your picture. I don't care if we do windmill, all right, EV stations or whatever it is, all right, down the line, no matter if it's my 22,000 payphones that I did when I was 17 and a half years old, doing 6.6 million a month. It's a numbers game. Numbers never lie, only people lie. Your choice is to become a puppet master. Would you like auto income up to 100,000 a month? It's simple. You get to play my way for a while. We've lined up 51 escrows up to $1 billion. We're going to do about $5 billion next year of escrows, but I need more people. Would you like to join or one of my escrows? Let me know. We get to play. Take a picture. There's your future. I don't understand why you drove by the Wendy's restaurant and thought about who owns it. All right, who owns it, mommy? Who owns it, daddy? Oh, there's a management company. Who's that? Okay. Why didn't you actually tear it apart like I always did as a kid? You see, why don't you own a piece? There's your future. There's your dream. Nobody does it. Take a picture, put it on your refrigerator, your desk at work, or your screensaver. Print it in color. And laminate it too. If you focus today, what is our goal? The problem you have is the vision of the dream. You didn't focus on the dream or the vision. I'm sorry to say, I think it's true. This is 200,000. What are you going to do with it? If I hand you $1 million today, what would you do with it? I'm going to buy a house, a car. No, you're not. You're going to reference 3 times 5, turn into $15 million of credit. Borrow money is not taxable. Leverage the credit and more money to more money because you grow. The reason all the rich and famous people keep doing things up, and away, they can't stop. Once you get that bouncing ball go, you can't stop. If not, you pay tax. So 10,000 to $1 million a month. Is that okay? If I help you, guide you, do 90% of the work, this is checkbook money. This is blueprint loan. If I get you that, will you write a check to escrow? Would you write a check to escrow? I don't want that money ever. I don't want some Ponzi thing. I see enough of that crap out there. You write a check on the lines of credit I help you get to escrow. You get a deed of trust when escrow closes. You get a deed of trust. It's your piece, your piece. 3 people plus me, that's about $3,200 a month. It's not rich, but it's auto income. Do it 3 more times. Ooh, can we get a paycheck yet? To receive money as a corporation, no tax is due till you're profitable. If we took 50, because I need 200,000 down, there's 3 plus me again. Storage unit, fourplex. It's a dummy-proof business. It's easy because we all do some things like dummies, like me too. Here's 5 plus me, 75,000. We get up to 7,500 a month. We can do that too. Wow. How about we take 100,000 times 8? We need $1 million for that Wendy's restaurant. We'll put a little piece from our line of credit. Borrow money is not taxable. We use borrow money to get it. Now we get auto income to the corporation. No taxes due to your profitable, and you get a paycheck. And you can use your house payment to offset your paycheck. What a concept. I've been teaching for 49 years. It's in Winning the Game of Business, by the way. When I wrote that when I was 15. There's your future. There's your future right there. Right there. All you got to do, take a picture and follow through. So if we did it my way, I'm going to blueprint you first. I got to size you up. I got to get you ready because I got to know about past, present, and future, good, bad, and ugly. We all have all good, bad, and ugly. A blueprint call is usually about $5,000. They're expensive. The office for 2, we got to give usually for $1,000 away. If you partner with me, it becomes free. So how much of the real knowledge? Well, the reality is how much fun, real knowledge. Well, the reality is it's telling the truth. See, I don't want to be cocky because my wife says, Donnie, don't do that. I'll challenge anybody on an open forum, open stage, knowledge to knowledge. I have recall on most things that I do. And believe me, I'll tear them apart, knowledge to knowledge. I get tired of the circus out there and the blah, 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 and BS. I want you to know the truth because that's what it's supposed to set us free. You screenshot that. You take a picture. You scan that today, now. I want you to be a puppet master. I started that 40 some odd years ago. My clients are Lakers, Clippers, and Dodgers, and Angels, and normal people too. You have the ability to get past go. Did I miss one? So we can use our $110,000 cash credit to get $100,000 in auto income. Joe, I'm getting you lines of credit. Joe, this is checkbook money. These are up to $150. Here's $300,000 here. Joe, these are $150 to $250 blueprint loan. Still got to be a CFO. If you wrote a check to an escrow and I give you the opportunity, Joe, which one do you like? I'm going to give you 10 opportunities. You pick the one you want. You said 10. I say 25,000. I'm going to show you that 25,000 from an escrow into escrow, you own a piece. Usually it's 25, not 10. What is our goal? Very simple. If we get a piece, let's do this simple. If we get a piece, let's understand we get that credit. One of them, just one. And we get this piece right here, okay? Now we have, let's say here, I'm going to say it's going to be $96.20 a month. The company receives all the money. Now you can get a paycheck. Do you need a paycheck of $9,000 a month? No, you don't. You need a paycheck that actually helps your house payment offset, break even. Break even. Now we do that again and again. Maybe you don't understand. Debt follows tax ID. Debt follows SS4. We have the ability to do the 3-step. We can disconnect any bad piece, any given time, disconnect, isolate, incorporate. We get rid of the bad piece. We keep the good pieces. Division process gave us 89 ways how to do this right. When I developed it in 85, 86, you become a puppet master. That's your goal. That's your dream. I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't have a family. Do you understand that? I had nobody who gave a what's about me, period. I don't like being homeless. I don't like eating out of a trash can. It pissed me off. I had 2 choices, feel sorry for myself or learn everything I can. I went to the library. I hid there every day, read. I want to make sure I was the smartest person I ever knew. And the reality is I'm one of the smartest people I ever met in my life. I see myself in the mirror every day. Your goal, your division will be 4A. Every escrow, you're stuck with me. I won't put an escrow together unless I'm part of it, period. Period. It's simple. I am 4, you're 4A, and now we have B, C, and D, and E, and F. If we get people, 10 people, we're buying a Wendy's restaurant. A Wendy's. They have 3% that fail. That's it. We're buying existence. Existence since 1987. Play my way. I'm going to say your way sucks. I'm sorry, but I believe that to be true. I don't want to bring the pain home to my wife. I have the greatest wife in the world, literally. All right. She's my peace. Okay. I got 6 beautiful kids, 5 girls and a boy, and grandkids. So let me tell you, when I go home today, I can have a good or bad day. She'll never know it. She'll say, how you doing? Always good, always good. I believe a man should never dump his crap on his woman. She's his peace. Never. That's why I wrote a book called Bite Your Tongue, Love Longer. Take a picture of that. 90 days, you're stuck with me. You wanted to play every 3 weeks. Okay. Let me build you 100,000 in credit. Let me blueprint you. Let me give you calls every 3 weeks. Let's get you 18 books and CDs and have fun. 18 divisions. That's usually when they, later on, that's like $30,000. But again, maybe you want to play only for 30 days. Okay. The office listed for a price. Right. Simple. They give a discount. I give it away. So if we choose to actually get past go, what is our ultimate goal? You're stuck with me 6 days a week. I have no excuses. Neither do you now. I've done this for 49 years, 6 days a week in person or online, 49 years, 6 days a week. Find somebody who did what I did. It doesn't exist. I felt my obligation was to help people. Anything you get from me, you're stuck with me, period. Take your picture, scan code, simple. Click the link in the bio, simple. Get hold of the link tree, simple. You can play with me. Now, if you're going to be aggressive, I'm very aggressive, by the way, always. I'd want to get you 10 escrows next year, but again, it's up to you. 10 escrows. I might have to build you 200,000 of personal credit and business credit together. Blueprint call every 3 weeks. We're on the phone. You're stuck with me on every call. That's right. I'm going to be telling you what to do. I have to blueprint you first to figure out what your past, present, future is. Again, this is what we do. But again, you can play if you want to. You can get part of the program. So as you do this, it's very simple today. Okay? All right? The office gives discounts to things later on. When you find that out, it's up to you. I like to change lives. I'd like you to click the link tree and click the link in my bio and get to know me more. I'll take a picture of that. It's very simple. See, if we choose to change our lives, you're stuck with the person who wrote the book or whatever, who's going to do it with you. I don't like that circus out there. I can't stand it. It's like blah, 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 blah. But again, what do? We get past go. I want you to stay and look behind that curtain every day. I want you to focus. My goal is to change lives. That's what I've done for 49 years. We stay safe. We stay strong. We do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. I'm not perfect. I'm a licensed pastor in California, but I'm a sinner too. I make mistakes all the time. But I say what I feel, what I say for you. That's how it works. We have the ability to change lives. Thanks for the opportunity, Ray. Well, thank you for being here. I mean, seriously. Thank you all for being here tonight. You have no idea how TikTok's changing the way I feel. I've been looking for 14 years how to get back out there and get in my big events. This is my 5th week, and I'm having fun. I can't wait to get here at 3 o'clock in the morning every day and broadcast again and again. I just want to change lives. So guess what? I want to be one of the top people on TikTok in 2026. So tonight, please share my live. Help me get that last, group of 62 people to get to that, 6,000 followers. Help me out. So from here, ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. Congratulations to all of you. And understand something. We do our best. At the end of the day, God does the rest. Amen to that too. Never forget, at the end of the day, God loves us all.